objectives, if they are gonna go and take them, they should just, you know, brute force their way and secure turrets as a team and then go for team fights. I don't know.
So to wrap it up, Nomad, we are expecting a lot more damage to come out of Execration. You know, if they want to go for these setups, you want that follow-up to be available after the setup. As for Finesse Solid, you know, just refine what they did during the first game, not really needing to adjust that much considering they are on the winning side. Expect them to still go for a lot of those dives, and
Your team is banning.
you know, I wonder if, looking at these bans, they actually left the Lexus pick open.
Yeah, they let Kaja open here. So the bands
Your
are
team is
Gushin,
picking.
Thamas, Harith, and Claude. I'm really looking forward to the lineup here. We do have a hover on the Aldous, but they're gonna be picking up
team
Lemert
is picking.
instead. Opens up the Kaicho combo, opens up the Lolita. A lot more chances for them to secure the bursty mages here on the Harley, on Harley, they might even go for Alice here, but it's wiser to just go for either Cho or Akai or just choose them both straight out. Well, let's see.
That's a Grok.
Okay. Might be a Cho. Or gonna be an Alice, so
Your team is picking.
immediately Finesse is going a bit defensive here. In contrast, Execration going for Lambert, going for Kaja, and going for Cho. It's gonna be really team fight intensive here.
What is this switch up by Finesse Solid? You know, maybe they have this mind
Your
game where,
team
okay,
is
Execration
picking.
will play a bit more aggressively, and right now they have very aggressive picks. You know, we know they can dive in, just engage onto Finesse Solid, and looking over to the opposite side, Finesse Solid, they're trying to slow down Execration here with their picks so far.
They are slowing down. A Mage coming out there, Harley and a Martis. Okay, so there's the damage that Finesse Solid has. They can work with this. It's gonna depend on the final pick, but Execration can
Your
still
team is picking.
counter this out, really. Probably go ahead and pick up Akai altogether, and they're gonna pick up Kagura instead. They need they need one more playmaker here for Execration. I mean, they do already have Cho, they already have Kaja. They have damage on that Kagura and that Lemmer. They need a hybrid of some sort here.
What do they decide to go for?
Curious. Oh, they're gonna go for a Lancelot, so they're gonna go for more burst damage here. Okay, so I can kind of
Your
see
team
Kaja and
is
Cho being
picking.
the main playmakers here, and there's your favorite panda being picked up by Finesse Solid.
Yeah, but like we did say earlier, Execration gonna go for more damage, and we do exactly see that from their composition. As for Finesse Solid, there's, you know, I see scaling on their side in terms of damage, and I see a lot of potential to stop these fights from happening and really extending. And you know, Finesse Solid, it seems like they want a lot of control once the game actually starts.
Yeah, that is exactly what they want, and I'm really doubting if Finesse Solid would be able to close it out with that lineup, just because Execration knows that they need to play it fast, they need to play it aggressive, and that's what their lineup is enabling them to do. On the flip side, Finesse Solid, they're playing a bit more defensive here. They might change things up and be reactive to what Execration is doing. I don't think they'd be able to dictate the tempo in the early game, but it's all going to matter on how they're going to outplay each other.
Yeah, and you know, Nomad, I'm actually pretty surprised that Finesse Solid decided to switch up what strategy worked for them during Game 1, because they look very good on that specific strategy. But for Game 2, big adjustment just from the swapping of sides here in terms of the draft. So I'm very curious as to why Finesse Solid decided to go for this switch.
Yeah, I want to find out as well if maybe they have a strategy from deep within their pockets that they're suddenly pulling up to get a 2-0 lead, or if they're just playing it safe because, hey, if we go all aggressive again, Execration might have an answer to that, and we might pay the price for it. I don't know. But we'll see as we dive straight into game number 2 between Finesse Solid and Execration. And, of course, this is a best-of-3 series.
Yeah, of course, Finesse Solid already up 1-0 here. Has a lot of momentum after that very one-sided first game, but yeah, Execration, they have all the tools, you know. The setup is there. It's just a bunch of how they use the tools that they have.
Yeah, the tools that they have right now is a bit more tanky on the side of Finesse Solid, so they're just gonna soak up the damage. I want to see Carl and Levy just go online as soon as possible, because they are going to be the pivotal damage dealers here for Finesse Solid. Execration on the end, and they got damage for days on that Lemon, on that Kagura, even on that Lancelot and Cho. They can dish out damage. But the problem is, Cho and Lancelot, they work well as assassins, so to speak. Just go for the squishy champions. And then Lemert and Kagura, they're going to be bursting out left and right. That's what Finesse Solid is lacking there, because Carl has the Harley, which is basically the burst type of hero, as well as Martis as well.
Yeah, you know, go for those squishy targets, but like we did say, Finesse Solid, they're fairly tanky on their side, so not many targets to assassinate if you're Execration. So I wonder if they can actually go for those damage dealers, you know, on Carl and Levy.
Oh wait, look at this though over to the bottom lane. There's a huge presence here by Execration, leaning towards Harley, and I think they're gonna try to catch him off guard or mounting up an offensive hero for that turtle.
Oh,
and
I'm expecting a dive.
Yeah, there might be a dive here. And there's actually a dive over to the bottom lane as well, trying to force back Harley. Def Cutie Forever will not escape this without a shadow of a doubt. That turtle is gonna be taken here by Execration. Sure, that's the first blood, but as turtle is dropping dangerously low, and it is secured by Execration.
Yeah, this is the tax that Finesse Solid have to pay for making that dive on the opposite side of the map. It will enable Execration to go for that objective, but it is only the first turtle. It is a bit of golden experience onto their side. Still Finesse Solid with a bit of a lead here with their first blood.
Yeah, I'm expecting Finesse Solid to immediately go for any turret takes here, and I think that is what's going to happen. That Hurricane Dance is going to connect onto DN, but Boo, another tanky hero, is going to be there to try to wall him out. Manages to escape. Carl, though, on that Kagura, trying to deal a lot of burst damage, uses the Umbrella masterfully, but does not close out the kill onto that Harley.
Yeah, no kill is going to be secured there by Execration, and I like the attempt there by Finesse Solid. Keep up the aggression, keep up the pace here. You know, you have momentum from your first game, but they are still, you know, respecting the fact that their composition right now isn't built for that super fast-paced sort of game where you just constantly dive over and over. So at least they have that control for themselves.
Control is the name of the game here for Finesse Solid. I think they're systematically just looking for the right kills. Just wait for somebody to get caught off guard. And I think, oh, they're overstaying their welcome here. That was a 4-man bank squad in the bush. But Finesse Solid is here for the counter kill. But it's just a lot of people on the side of Execration, and they will be getting a 3-man kill there in that engage. Man, that was massive for Execration, waiting at the last possible moment to gank.
You know, that was Oscar level acting on the bait by Execration. Really good stuff there. Finesse Solid, they took it and they get punished for it. 3 kills instantly over to Execration. That is great.
Resurrecting soon.
That is really, really great. The middle lane is being pushed out as well by the minions. The turtle is up over the top lane. I'm gonna be expecting another huge fight here, but I think Finesse Solid is just gonna have to play it safe.
And that's exactly what they are gonna do now after biting that bait there. You know, I feel like they still have that sense. Oh, hold that thought. Are they gonna catch it?
No follow-throughs there. I think they're making their way towards the turtle, and Execration needs to contest this if they want to have another solid foothold here. The turtle is being taken by Finesse Solid. Lard gonna attempt to go for a kill here, but no follow-throughs. Def Cutie Forever summons his steed and is looking for kills there, but that Hurricane Dance is going to be used defensively. It's actually going to catch Dian, but no follow-throughs here by Finesse Solid at all, and they completely zone out Finesse Solid from that turtle. That's going to be another turtle for them, and this might be an overstay here by Finesse Solid. They are still continuing the aggression. Dian dropping dangerously low on HP, does get a kill, but Dale is getting bursted out here by that Kagura. Yin Yang overturn is going to connect and get a kill for himself. 4-2 is the current score line, and it's not looking good for Finesse Solid.
Yeah, that's 1-for-1 in the end, but the turtle did go over to Execration. That was a good job actually by their members to zone out Finesse Solid from even getting a contest onto the objective, but the gold is still looking fairly even for both teams. I'm actually surprised that the gap isn't that massive now. Finesse Solid still have scaling on their side. You know, this early in the game, I feel like this is still manageable. Finesse Solid aren't exactly going to be pushed around by Execration. If they choose to do so, they still can't find fights. But, you know, Execration, I feel like they've been making better decisions this game.
Yeah, smart pickoffs, smart zones as well from Execration. This might be a 3-game series without a shadow of a doubt. Just if Execration keeps this up. But Finesse Solid is slowly finding openings here. And speaking of openings, that's something that Finesse Solid shouldn't be doing there.
So you're calling it this early, 6 minutes into game 2. You're calling game 3 already.
I'm already calling game 3 because Execration is looking really determined to go into game 3 here. But as we say, this middle engagement is not going to work well for Finesse Solid. That's a man down. Might be another one on to Levy. But Lord actually gets bitten out there by Levy. That's a 1-for-1 trade over in the middle lane. Might be good, might be bad for Finesse Solid, but at least they're able to secure turrets, and that's something that Execration still has to go for.
Oh, we're going to see an extended
Lord,
fight here. Can they
soon.
get onto the end?
No, they are. The wall off is actually pretty brilliant. Let's Carl secure that kill. And man, all of a sudden, I'm actually, it might be Caster's curse. I just said it might go to game 3, and then here you go, Finesse Solid.
Finesse Solid heard you. They heard you say it will go to game 3, and just like that, they turn it up. They find actually a trade up against Execration. Earlier, it was an even trade, and I feel like Finesse Solid would have been happy with that, but now they're even happier with that 2-for-1 in the mid lane.
Yeah, that was a 2-for-1. Completely evens up the scoreboard in terms of gold.
Whoa, he's super low.
Oh, Zapnu. Almost by the skin of his teeth, but Lard is going to be paying the price. That wall off is going to be enough for Lard to get executed here. And Pakben is there on that Kagura. Dian as well is there to back him up. And there is no follow-up here by Execration whatsoever. They're just being dictated here. They should be the ones dictated at the temple, but this time around, Finesse Solid is looking really strong.
I really think Finesse Solid heard you when you called it.
Matt, I take back what I said. I want to see a 3-game series here. Let this be interesting, but of course, a 2-0 victory means 3 points for Finesse Solid, and of course, that is what they want to happen.
Yeah, and you know, even if the kills are even here, look at the gold. You know, the fact that Finesse Solid do have advantages in terms of what towers have gone down. Already 3-0 in towers. It has kept them in this game. You know, the objective play is really good from them, though, man.
Yeah, Execration is being kept in check here just because that entire tier 1 turrets are down. It completely opens up the jungle, and look at Carl just dealing a lot of damage onto that Zapnu.
He's gone.
Man,
He's got assassinated.
Zapnu should be the one assassinating people, not Harley, but it is what it is. Just Finesse Solid finally going online. If it could get an item check here, it would be really good, but man, Finesse Solid just dictating the tempo here, being the conductors in this musical.
I know, they're pretty happy with that assassination, despite you saying that, yeah, okay, maybe it should be the Landstalk getting the assassination, but okay, how does Execration reset? They had a lot of control earlier. They were winning those skirmishes, they were winning those team fights, but looks like Finesse Solid just turned it around really, really well, and they're really applying the pressure here onto Execration.
I think the reset that Execration needs is a Lord take plus 2 turrets down. That's gonna at least alleviate some of the pressure that Finesse Solid already has. And speaking of which, I think this is gonna be the pressure that Execration needs to alleviate. They do get the one onto Dale, but no follow-throughs whatsoever. That's another turret down for Finesse Solid, and they're looking more and more determined to get a 2-0 victory here. Execration, they need to find an answer. I mean, I'm gonna say it, it's gonna be a decisive clash, a Lord take, and a turret push. That's the only way Execration can reset this.
That's a lot of things that Execration needs if they want to reset this game and get it back in their control, because, you know, earlier we were praising them for making the good decisions, you know, being the aggressors, showing how much they could do, but
Hold up though, Pakmet getting a kill. That might be an opening. That's another follow through. That's a one. That's two guys now on the side of Finesse Solid. And Execration is still going for the kills here. Over at the bottom lane though, Levy just doing his job, just trying to push out the lane, try to secure something here. Boo dropping dangerously low on HP as well. That was a good engagement. Now the next step is to get the Lord, and that's gonna be following a turret push as well.
yeah, but it seems like Finesse Solid has something to say about this. They want to contest this Lord take by Execration. Now Levy is getting collapsed on.
Oh man, that was not good by Finesse Solid, and they're still trying to go for the steal. That Alice won't be able to stay any longer than she wants to, and that Lord has been taken by Execration. Now they just need to get a turret push or two, and they might just bounce back in this game.
Yeah, that is a big win for Execration. They at least get something back against Finesse Solid. They're finally able to break, put pressure Finesse Solid were applying onto them now. Still no outer turrets actually going down on the side of Finesse Solid. The one in the mid lane is fairly low, so that might be the next target, but Finesse Solid gonna try to set up the defense.
Yeah, they're gonna be pushing the Lord out in the middle lane, try to chip out a bit more damage on the middle turret. And Finesse Solid is having, just like what you said, they have a defensive posture here over in the mid lane. But will they be able to take down this turret? That's a question for Execration. They will be. No follow-throughs here. That might be another turret down for Execration, but they will take down the Lord here without any problems whatsoever. No concessions as well. And while that's happening, Lemert pushes out the top lane as well. It's only the bottom lane left for the tier 1 turret for Finesse Solid.
Yeah, but that's still... This is exactly what you said. 2 turrets and the Lord take for Execration. It seems like they have control back.
Oh man, that is going to be a huge initiate here. Look at the damage being dealt onto Dale, and he's going to be forced back. Lex and Boo, they need to keep Dale alive, and Dale is going to go down. Jeff Cutie forever secures that kill, but Levy on the back line tries to go for the kill. Lord is going to be the next target here, and he goes down as well. The rest of Execration is scattered here, and I think Finesse Solid is looking for a reset of their own, and that is actually going to be more than enough for a reset.
Yeah, Finesse Solid gonna find a great re-engager onto Execration. Remember, it was Execration pulling the trigger onto them. They wanted to go for that aggressive dive to translate it into more objectives with Finesse Solid. Find the great collapse. But speaking of collapses, we might see one now.
Oh, that Zapnu dives in. Thornrose connects and does secure a kill. But Lex and Boo, they are too tanky for this, and they think they're gonna go for a face check. Lex not moving. Well, actually went back to base. And wow,
Zapnu played that so well. He was 3v1.
That was a 3v1, gets a kill and still manages to survive. Man, that's really, really impactful there by Zapnu. They can still continue with this. They can still continue with this without any shadow of a doubt. But Zapnu actually diving into Lex might be a bit overstepping there.
Not gonna find anything yet though, but yeah, let's see. Where does Execration decide to go with this? There's no Lord to help them push forward just yet. They're trying to split up Finesse Solid, trying to catch somebody through the rotations, but they're just gonna take another tower. They're slowly evening up the tower score here. Already 4 to 5. Just one more, and then they'd be on equal ground.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Finesse Solid is on the back foot here. Just one more turret ahead from Execration. Just look at that swing in terms of XP and gold. It's going back and forth here. But I'm not looking, it's not looking good for Finesse Solid if they keep on letting Execration get more real estate away from them.
Oh. Yo, Lord, he wants to find that pull in.
Oh, he does get that. He's trying to go for the Divine Judgment, but does not connect with it at all. The Steed is going to be summoned here, and there is going to be a team fight here over the top lane. And Execration is actually pretty scattered here. They will be able to take down Dian. Not even. He's able to escape on that last slide. But this is going to be a first kill for the Execration on that top side. Good decision to just fall back. The Lord is going to be summoned in a few more seconds. So they got... I think they got ahead of that. They might be able to just take the Lord They just need to push out the middle turret.
Lord
As
resurrecting
Zapno actually
soon.
did a great job of assassinating Levy during that previous fight in the middle of 5 members now. Lard wants to find a pull-in, gonna get jumped on.
Oh, the Hurricane Dance is going to be impactful. They take away Lord, so that's one CC out of the equation for the side of Execration. That Lord is going to be up for contention here, but Finesse Solid is not stepping out of their boundaries just yet. I think they're waiting for openings here.
Yeah, with that pick-off though onto Lord, that means it will be 4v5 for this next Lord take to slow the game down for Execration. Now, what does Finesse Solid decide to do? They're still around 18 seconds on Lard. You know, the main playmaker on Execration. He's the guy that needs to pull in somebody on the side of Finesse Solid. They're not getting any objectives just yet. Not wanting to go for the Lord.
Yeah, they're not going to go for it. I think they're just going to shove the lanes and just hope that that pressure that they're gonna try to apply would be enough for Execration to just split up and split their attention. But DN with a face check though he's gonna be Jeet Kundoing out of there. But they now know that Finesse Solid is also near the Lord. And this is gonna be really big for DN. That Hurricane Dance is gonna connect onto DN, but he is still tanky. The burst damage is gonna be enough for him to get wiped out. And we do see a response here from Execration. A mega kill for Pacbet. Yin Yang Overturn not popped just yet. And Finesse Solid is still going in for the offensive here, but they are going to pay the price. Lex dropping low on HP on that Akai. No more playmakers here for Finesse Solid. They have to fall back. This is going to be an easy Lord take by Execration.
Yeah, can they actually pick up the kill? No, they're not. Do they go for the Lord right after? Oh, there's a pull.
Oh, there's a pull. That was a nice pull by Kaya, and they get Lord. Oh my goodness. This is not looking good for Finesse Solid, and you know, it's a 2v3. It's still pretty doable for a defensive effort here by Finesse Solid. It's only a matter of time before Execration gets the Lord and goes for another push.
Oh man, that pull-in was huge for Execration. They finally break open the base of Finesse Solid, even though Finesse Solid are able to hold on for now. It feels like they are confined to their own base.
Yeah, I mean, Lard did a good job there. Even though he died pulling him in, they were able to close it out by taking another turret, opening up the base entirely, and giving them a huge chance in taking the Lord. I mean, that was sacrificial, but it was worth it.
Yeah, the base now exposed for Finesse Solid. Not looking very solid, in my opinion. They are going to try to push out the wave here, so at least it takes time for the minions to shove in. But Lord is still the next objective being looked at by both teams here. Can Execration find a pick-off? They're going to call the Steed here.
Yeah, the Phantom Steed has been summoned. Lex and Boo, they need to fall back. They don't have any damages there. They're all tanks there over the top lane. While that's happening, Martis is actually pushing over the bottom lane. They're going to have to split their attention, because if they let Martis push towards the base, it might be a base race that we might witness later on. But while that's happening, the Lord is going to be aggroed here by Execration. No follow-throughs whatsoever. And I think there's just a bit of hesitation here, but the Lord, no contest whatsoever, is going to fall towards the side of Execration. And this is going to be a big engagement here. Finesse Solid needs to win out this engagement if they want to win this. Once they win out the engagement, they can go home 2-0, but Execration is looking for a 1-1.
Yeah, no, man, this is boiling down to that one team fight to take it all. But everything seems to be in favor of Execration. Lex has a flag. He hasn't been found here. He has a great position to try and push people back onto Finesse Solid. Let's see, though, what he decides to do. Here comes the flag.
Here we go. He has the Hurricane Dance. That Numino Blast is not going to connect. Well, that Thorn Dance, I mean, it's not going to connect to anybody. But Finesse Solid is doing a great defensive effort here. But the burst damage is just way too much here by the side of Execration. It's a 4v4 here over in the middle lane. The Lord will be able to take down the middle turret. Both dropping dangerously low on HP. Will be resurrecting soon. And this is going to be an all-out defense by Finesse Solid. Zapnu getting a Mossicle for his own, dwindling down the numbers of Finesse Solid. And this is going to be it. We are going to game number 3.
Oh man, just gonna take a bit of time here, but in the end, it is still Execration coming out on top. Base is exposed. Game number 3 between these two teams. Execration, their revenge story is still there.
Man, first 3-game series that we had in this game, and this day, and it's really all about Execration looking for blood. I mean, looking at the scoreboard here, MVP is going to be Zapnu on that Lancelot, but really, I just want to give it to Lard. I don't care what people say, Zapnu being the MVP, says client. Lard on that Kaja was able to go for the plays that mattered the most. Divine judgments that would lead to his death, but lead to his team's victory. That's more than what you can ask for.
Yeah, and just having that Kaja on your team seems to be such high impact. Having the playmaking potential with those pullbacks, and I think every game where a team has secured this pick, they've won. So might be ban-worthy headed into game 3.
Might be ban-worthy, but it's gonna be Finesse Solid going for the first pick here.
Yeah.